just so much fucked up shit to get into.
Welcome back to Little Stinkers, baby. I am Michael fucking Rainey here with Cowdon Jala.
Hello.
How are you, John Doe?
I'm good. How are you?
Jacob Furman Matera.
Ping, ping.
Wet and juicy Jeff Simmons. We're getting big head, baby. You're smacking it now? Jesus, man.
Wow. Violent.
I'm taking turns. My arms get tired.
Woke up, chose violence today.
It's good to see you, fellas.
Good to see you, too.
man.
You made it back. You made it back from out west.
Yeah, one piece, man. Mm-hmm. Feeling good, feeling like $1 million. Thanks to everybody who came out to Skankfest and said hello. It was great to see you guys. Dude, I saw some spooky shit. I'm going to save it for the Kumquat Hour.
Okay.
I felt like I was cursed by a baby doll. The
All
curse may be lifted now, may not be, but we'll get to that later. But I saw something this week that really just fueled my fire. Jake, you know how much I love ugly women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know that.
And I love an ugly woman love story more than anything else. Maybe more than a wheelchair person's brakes giving out and them falling down a flight of stairs. That's how much I love an ugly woman being in love.
Wow.
So I hope we get to do a stinker tonight because that's what I have in mind. But who knows how the coin toss is going to go.
We never know.
We truly don't.
We leave it up to fate.
We do.
That's been our agreement. Boing, 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 boing. Let's talk about the
Can't
Jokers.
wait.
Baby, let's talk about the Jokers. God damn it. Larry!
We get to talk about ugly love, wet and juicy, Jeff.
Oh, my God. Beautiful.
Oh, I found out something very cool that you might like. They gave away a copy of my book on Story Wars, the hit new podcast,
Nice.
and Sal Volcano signed it and gave it to the person who won.
No way.
Yeah.
Was it also signed by you? The author?
No. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. Now I'm mad. Man. What the fuck, Sal? Yeah, I forgot that I had signed it too. I thought it would have been funny if it was just him. But yeah, I definitely signed that copy. And Sal, we have a problem.
Did you personally meet Sal?
I did not, no.
All right.
You know, you would have gotten a FaceTime. I would have found a way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would have held an Indian guy at gunpoint to figure out how to FaceTime the both of you at the same time
That would've been
while holding
crazy.
Sal Thou.
I would have counted that for me, meeting him.
Sal's got me not knowing how to pronounce my R's, but that's what I would do.
Yeah, dude. That would have
Multiple
been...
guns, one phone, one book, one Indian guy, one Italian guy. This is really an involved process, and maybe we
Yeah.
could just get them here at once.
But they're all on Fremont Street, so it's not going to be hard to get.
Yes. But the reason why I got ugly love on the brain is because I've been watching Jailbreak, Love on the Run, on Netflix.
Okay.
You familiar with these weirdos?
Is this like a new season of a show that's been out?
It is, and it involves a love story between a lady by the name of Vicki White and a fellow by the name of Casey White, who looks like a gigantic titted Jon Hamm.
Whoa.
A titted Jon Hamm?
So Vicki White looks like Greg the Hammer Valentine,
Oh, my... Okay.
and Casey White looks like Jon Hamm if he was 6'9", 330 with fat tits.
But his face is still hammy.
He does look hammy.
Handsome hammy.
He looks like
Yeah.
ham that you probably shouldn't eat.
Damn, so you're just watching
Okay.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was pretty. I did watch wrestling. Vince McMahon. Goddamn. Jeez.
And this implies that the lady is locked up and the fella is not?
We'll get to that. buddy.
Okay,
I
okay.
bet. I don't want to start off bad
Yes.
news right off the bat.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. But yeah,
You did say the name of the show, and that is a bit of a spoiler.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out about this.
Jake, do you think you would have a hard time not falling in love? Those are the jugs,
Oh, my God. Those are some jugs.
and that's the lady next to him.
He's got great above-the-neck justice, though. He's
Yeah.
not seeing much ham, but I am seeing a lot of ham hawks.
Oh fuck. Maybe I can airdrop a picture to Wet and Juicy Jeff, but there is a picture of one of Casey White's tattoos that really put a smile on my face, and I can find it real quick.
This lady looks
So-
familiar to me, Jake. Have
Yeah,
you
I
also had dreams of her?
recognize that picture.
Yeah.
So this is like a somewhat recent story then.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same.
Yeah. I haven't seen it on Netflix yet.
Me neither.
Now I'm excited.
But I feel like it's passed me on Twitter or something like that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
it just came out last week, so I wanted to strike while the iron's hot because you know how ugly love burns, baby. It's fast and hot and kind of wet for some reason. But Jeff, I'm dropping you a picture of Casey White's tattoos. He's got a tattoo on his back of a Confederate flag and a pit bull chained to the Confederate flag.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
What do you think he was on? What type of bender was he having when he got that done?
I don't know, man. I've heard this guy speak, and you know how like you can look in somebody's eyes and just be like, man, there is a squirrel chasing a tennis ball in there.
My favorite kind of guy to
Yeah.
spit with, dude, honestly.
A squirrel tasting a tennis ball in there. And and Casey White strikes me as a guy who he's very manipulative. He doesn't strike me as smart at all, but I mean, you look at this lady. She's 56 years old, you know, built like a backyard wrestler.
Yeah.
And just desperate for dick.
The side-by-side picture that's currently up, it's a very old photo of her in uniform. And
brother, that's right before she passed.
I was going
is
to
it?
say, before what?
Oh my God.
Mike.
All right.
wait, what happened?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I
Jake,
can't wait to get into this. All right.
Jeff, can you please neuralize me and Jake with the Barry Sonnenfeld's own MIB neuralizer? He's hitting a button. I don't know what the fuck the button does.
He's looking for something.
Do we have a...
I was looking for the neuralizer button, and it didn't pop up in good
You
time.
actually looked.
All right,
I didn't know if we had a button that said, I'll put my hands on my head like this.
All right, now he's hitting play on the karaoke machine. Jeff, please, no more.
A great big fat person.
So this woman, God bless her heart, man. She's 56 years old, once married, man. She was in love twice, Jake.
Yeah.
You know the feeling of being in love twice.
Oh, man, it's the best.
John, how many times have you been in love?
Let's say twice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Love me 2 times. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
I've only been in love once, and I am looking for a girlfriend, though, dude. I saw so many guys with girlfriends.
You got to
this
hit
weekend.
twice.
I know, man. I feel so embarrassed sitting next to you guys who've been in love so much, and it's got one stinking heart.
Now, I'm sure you'll love again.
I know. I truly believe that, and I appreciate you being in my corner. But I saw so many guys with girlfriends this weekend, and I want a girlfriend.
Love was
so
in the
bad.
air?
It really was, man, dude. That's one odd development about the podcasting community that I was not expecting was guys having girlfriends.
Yeah.
The way they do.
Are we talking about the artists on the festival or
Fans.
talking
man.
about the fans?
Yeah, baby.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they're really getting pussy, man.
I love how you have this thought. Meanwhile, Jamie's right next to you the whole time.
But ours is old love, Jake.
Yeah,
Like-
you need something new.
Old love is
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man, like a
What could make your love new?
new girlfriend,
What?
Jake.
All right, fair.
I mean, I've shared with you my wife's funeral fantasy where I'm just crushing it on piano, playing Pearl James Black.
Yes.
Jeff's got both his fingers raised in the air at the funeral.
Super wet.
Yeah. Ew, my wife?
No, God,
Jeff,
no.
Jake.
His fingers are wet.
Fingers are wet.
We don't know why.
All right, probably my wife.
Casket's closed. How to get in there?
That's one trick that they don't tell you about is people just assume that the casket locks when they shut it. It doesn't.
Oh my God! How many have you lifted?
Well,
Yeah, you always have to give it a. Well, oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Oh, if I really wanted to.
you got to make sure they don't get out before you whisper the bad things to them. Also, there's no law against making the casket talk like Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
You bring googly eyes with you when you go to a funeral?
Yeah, put them right on there. Put chattering teeth in the pocket. Put a whoopee cushion. There's all kinds of stuff you can put in there.
Then you put on your leather jacket and your sunglasses and you say, "See you fuckers at the luncheon."
All right, great. Now I'm hungry for roast beef. But Vicki White, this woman,
Yeah.
Angel. She looks like a complete angel to me.
Intercontinental champion. At least.
yeah, she looks like she's cutting a promo. But Jake, for 17 years, she was the Lauderdale County Assistant Director of the jail,
Okay.
which is the second in command at this fucking jail.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
much more than just a CO or whatever she appears to be in that picture. I
Whoa.
thought she was just a corrections officer.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's certainly not just a CO. In the Netflix documentary, a number of former inmates describe what a kind and generous woman she was. So she sounds like more of a COOL.
Again, I'm more of a visual guy. I will have to spell that later.
Yeah. And for the record, I bombed on every podcast I did this weekend.
That's not true. That's not true.
It certainly is, Jake. You'll see the evidence. But this poor woman, God rest her heart, rest her soul, rest her pussy too, because that thing was taking a beating on the run. Can you imagine how many times a man that is 6'9" and 330 pounds porked a sturdy woman this size?
A jumbo.
I mean, goodness gracious. Although they were fucking in the jail. They show video evidence of her entering his cell, asking the other inmates that were in there with him to leave, and her having time alone with this guy. In addition to that, she would escort him to the shower where she would stare at him while he beat off and looked at her. Isn't that exciting, though?
Very.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice lady.
Really kind heart, man.
Accommodating.
Yeah, man, I'm going to miss her.
You're speaking too soon.
Yeah, I am. But for 17 years, she worked as a CO, and she got Employee of the Year 5 times.
Whoa.
You guys ever get nominated for Employee of the Year?
No.
I'm looking at Jake, John. I'm not even.
It was so nice of you to say you guys.
Never.
I'm looking at Jake in his shadow. Jake, you
I
seem
had
like
his
a very
googly
good
eyes
player.
on the shadow.
Yeah, I've never gotten it, Mike.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wet and juicy. You ever receive a commendation at work?
No, I'm. Oh, actually, I did. I got nominated for some award by my peers at my current job, which was
nice.
pretty cool.
That is nice when your peers do it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Monetary award?
What's that?
Was there a monetary award?
Yeah, there was
involved?
I think there was like an extra like couple $100 in my paycheck.
Oh, nice.
Not
Yeah.
bad. Better than just getting Employee of the Month and your photo on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting a goddamn eighth of a slice of pizza at goddamn dress down day party time.
And a quick walk to work from your new parking spot for the month.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever gotten a employee award?
Oh, this. All right, now we're just revisiting old shit that makes me angry for no reason.
Yeah.
But when I worked, the job I had shaving pubes in the emergency room, used to chip in it was like $10 a paycheck. Everybody in the department would do it, and they would pick like a random winner for the month to get the entire pot.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that worked there, so it was, I would say, over $1,000 a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was a nice that you didn't even think about. It was $10.
Yeah.
And I went out on like depression leave right before I quit. And I went in one day to just get whatever was left in my locker. And people were just like, "Oh, where you been?" And I was like, "I've been depressed. My little brain hurts." And they're like, one of the guys was just like, "Oh, yeah, I saw your name. You got picked for the employee lottery giveaway." I was like, "What?"
You said what now?
He's like, you won last month. And I was like, you motherfuckers. Like, I'm out on depression leave. You don't think that would help a little bit, man?
Yeah, dude. Did you get the fucking money?
No.
Who'd they give it to?
I don't know.
They picked another
Dude.
name.
But it's like,
God.
you guys know I love corn. I came into work with a fresh corn tattoo one day with the fucking saran wrap already on it. Like, you don't think I could have used that money for a new corn tattoo? Oh, God, man.
I can't believe you didn't fucking blow that place to smithereens, Mike.
I know, man. I'm angry about it all over again.
Was this just like a fucking 50-50 raffle out of beef and beer? It's like, well, he's not here to claim his prize, so he doesn't get it. Like, what the fuck is the
It worked
logic?
like that because there were multiple shifts.
Yeah.
of people who contributed. So it's like if they pick it and your third shift, does that mean, oh, he's not here right now, so we can't fucking pick him?
Yeah. You know what they did? They knew you were out. They knew you contributed, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna pick Mike because he's not here, and we get to keep the money." But then somebody else was probably like, "Hey, he's not here, so you got to pick another name." And then that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened, Jake. And
Bullshit.
I want to go up there with a
I have a gas can in the car if you want to.
How long
Right.
ago was this? I'm going to investigate on it.
1999 or 2000.
Oh,
Just past
2000,
my,
2000.
right after
my,
Woodstock.
my area of
Yeah.
where I give up. That's a cold case now, Mike. Not much I can do about it.
Oh, speaking of cold cases, I got some beers in the bucket for you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Trash night comes early tonight.
But Jake, getting back to Casey White, this fat-titted Jon Hamm, he had an extensive criminal record. And his most serious charges started in 2012, where he went to jail for 3 years for smashing his brother's head in with the back part of an axe.
Jesus Christ. And he only got 3 years?
3 years, man. It's tough to get arrested for anything anymore, man.
Yeah.
But 3 years he got for beating his brother up. And in 2015, where he really got in a lot of trouble, he went on a spree. He shot his girlfriend. He shot her dog. Man. And then he went to her neighbor's house and at gunpoint robbed the guy for his car and changed cars throughout the night was robbing people left and right, pointing guns at them. He actually shot a woman through a car window because she and her husband were pulling away and they refused to stop.
Wow.
And this is where it gets kind of humorous, Jake. There was a police chase. He got pulled over. He had 2 guns to his own head.
He's holding them both to his own head.
Both to his head. I would go one at the cops, one at my head.
Yo,
but that's, I'm old-fashioned. But holding 2 guns to his own head, and they're telling him not to kill himself. And he's like, all right. He's like, if you get me a sun drop, I will not kill myself. You know what a sun drop is?
Is that an orange soda?
It's a Southern soda.
Oh, yeah.
So he asked for a sun drop, which is nuts that you can do that and get it, because there have been so many times where I didn't have lunch money.
The officer shows up with it. He's like, now somebody put it up to my lips, please.
Yeah, next time I'm thirsty, I'm just going to go buy 2 guns and tell the fucking cops how loco I am. Could somebody get me a fucking nest quick? Shit.
Dude, it made me think of like the times where like I was so broke and I didn't have enough money to get lunch and I wanted a hoagie. Like that's all you got to do is point 2 guns to your head and be like, I want a hoagie or I'll do it. Then it's like you eat the fucking hoagie and you're like, I deserve something sweet.
That's the big piece of cake. Doesn't anybody want to split it with me? I just like one taste,
I'm so bad.
Today's my cheat day.
Yeah. Oh, that's decadent. But Jake, he gets sentenced to 75 years for the shootings.
Wow.
Did
the carjackings.
Nobody died? No humans died? Did the dog die in that?
No.
The dog and the girlfriend.
But that's a great question. So, I don't know if the dog died. I did see a picture of a bloody cage.
Well, that's not
Dog
a
had to pick him
great
out of the
sign.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. But while he's in prison for this, he admits to stabbing an older woman to death.
What
The
is he
same year.
doing, man?
I know,
And
Jake.
it did line up with the crime that actually happened.
It did, yeah. This poor woman, I think her name was Connie Ridgway, just a sweet older woman. They couldn't figure out who did it. Then he admitted to it. So because of this, he gets transferred to the Lauderdale County Jail to serve his time there until his trial comes up.
Okay.
That's where he meets lovely Vicki White. That is a sexy name.
It is.
It really is, yeah.
Sounds like an Adam Sandler girlfriend name,
Yeah, it's a sexy name for a lady that looks like a pug that should be put down.
That's what is probably making me think that she is so damn fine from here.
Pug-like?
No, the name.
Yeah.
The name is doing a lot.
Yeah, she's a pug.
Pug with a wig.
That's unfortunate.
First time I've seen the belt line.
Okay.
Still?
It's
You're
a lot tighter
nice and
than
sturdy.
I thought.
Yeah.
Head's a lot bigger than I expected.
Yeah, man.
That thing
And,
is
yeah.
whew. Good for her.
Yeah, it is nuts because she's not a massive lady.
But she is special ordering New Era fitted hats.
Yeah, she's you know the giant hats the players are wearing. It's like that.
Where do you think we got the idea?
That would have been a great retirement gift for Vicky, like an Alabama Crimson Tide, just massive fucking. But again, we could always put one on her gravestone. Man, look at those tits, Jake.
Yikes.
But yeah, Jake. So in August of 2020, Casey White gets transferred to Vicki White's jail. And again, there's so many inmates in this documentary which talk about what a kind woman she was, which is nuts getting inmates to speak about a correctional officer this way.
They, this entire time, were never married. They just coincidentally had the last name White.
They did, yeah.
That
Isn't
is
that nuts?
So weird.
I thought it from the beginning that they were married at some
same.
point. Yeah.
Nope. Although he
That
did
is-
refer to her as his wife after the chase.
Man, this is so messed. They probably started talking because of the last name. Oh, you're probably like a cousin of mine, and then it's like,
Yeah, hopefully. Pretty close.
kissing cousin.
Once removed. You know what else was once removed?
Once removed and twice pulled out.
God damn, man. You should direct cousin porn. You do look like a cousin porn
I'll
director.
just name them.
Jake, look at him in the eyes. Doesn't he look like a cousin porn director?
The glasses and the Spielberg hat are not helping my cause.
And action. Oh. All right, Jake. So while there, he starts laying on the charm thick. And Casey White is a very manipulative fella. In the documentary, one of the other jail guys talks about how Casey White was known for laying on the charm thick when he wants something. And then the second you deny him, you see the change in him. Mm-hmm. Do you guys remember the last time you turned on your charm thick to get something you wanted?
Usually at the airport, when I'm like, please don't put anybody next to me. Yeah, when the sort of
Oh, look at that. A seat full with Dookie. y'all can in good conscience put somebody next to me. That seat is full of Phantom Dookie that I don't know how got there.
Wait, I don't know if there's real dookie in that chair or not.
Are you implying that I dookied or
Somebody did, but it would be a damn shame if somebody sat in that Dookie. How about you? When do you lay it on thick? The charm, not the Dookie.
It's usually only in response to an older black lady. I meet them in the middle with my heightened version
Yeah.
of charm after they call me sweetie
Oh my
or
God,
an eye compliment.
Yeah.
They really draw it out of you. I swear to
Yeah.
God, if I ever commit a heinous crime, it's going to be because a black woman complimented me enough for me to volunteer to do that for her.
Yeah, it would probably not be very hard to convince to help her out with a
I know.
little dirty job.
Whatever she needed.
Some wet work.
Wet work. Wet and juicy.
Some juicy wet work.
But Casey starts laying it on thick from the get-go. You hear a lot of these jailhouse conversations. So initially, they show him calling her over to his cell, and he tells her that she's got a nice ass.
Whoa.
Pretty ballsy, but when you're 6'9", what's she gonna do? Tase you?
I know.
Again.
She accepts the compliment, Jake. She doesn't fight it.
Good for
Again?
her. I mean, she looks like she could accept it,
What does that mean?
It means that maybe like a lot aren't coming her way, so she should appreciate them as they come in.
Can you imagine now?
So she can take the whole compliment is what you're saying.
Take all that a compliment.
Imagine blowing the back out of a woman with a head that size. It's like that noggin shaking back at you, man.
That's got recoil.
It does, man. You got to watch out, man. You can't fuck her from behind. You only can fuck her on her side or on her back, Jake. I've always said that.
Not without a hockey mask.
But he says nice ass, and that kind of kicks it off.
Nice head.
Yeah. Oh, this head? Oh, this little old thing.
He's over there going.
I'll tell you what, Sugar. Here's $10 that I was going to use on commissary, but I want you to go pay 3 people to do your hair.
Yeah, that's got to cost a lot.
Oh, my God. But he lays it on thick. And once COVID hits, all the prisoners get tablets.
Oh.
So they can now watch movies, listen to whatever songs they want to listen to. More importantly, they can make phone calls using their tablets. So pretty quickly, Vicky and Casey fall in love.
Wow.
And she sets up a burner phone, and he starts calling her on the burner phone when she's at home.
From his $30 Kindle Fire.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
And they have a lot of these phone calls on the Netflix documentary, and there's some pretty disgusting shit in there.
Like recorded?
Yeah, it's gross, Jake. I don't want you to go looking for this because
They were able to trace them back that long and have the actual recordings through the phone company.
They do. Now, I wonder if...
Oh, boy.
Here's what I wonder. I wonder if she saved them because of the romantic aspect of it.
No. I feel
Or-
like she would try to get rid of it. That's why she has a burner phone.
Another way might be perhaps because it's a prison call, it's a recorded call.
That seems more likely.
And they might
Okay.
just not identify her during the calls.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. But either way, they're saying some pretty disgusting shit.
Can you give us a little taste, Mike?
I can give you a few different tastes. Close your eyes and open your mouth. Jake, there's one moment where he asks her to divulge her deepest, darkest fantasy. And she's a sweet, all shucks type. And she's like, oh, I don't have one of those. He's like, come on, everybody's got a deep, dark fantasy. And eventually he butters her up to the point where she says something pretty nuts. What do you think she says her deepest, darkest fantasy is?
Well, I'm looking for a Jon Hamm with a set of tits. I have no idea what she would say. If she's an all shucks girl, maybe gun to the head.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm thinking sex swing, chained with her ankles handcuffed to her wrists.
Whoa.
Everything's exposed, but it's crisscross, so it's not making it that much easier on him. You know what I mean? It's almost like a game of Twister went into the sky. Is that what it's like, Sky Twister? Is that her fantasy?
Yeah, human corkscrew. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine handcuffing your babe on a sex swing and she just falls the fuck off of it. It gets really hurt. You got to take her to the ER with 2 sets of handcuffs on. But she says that her deepest, darkest fantasy is that, and this hurts my heart to hear her say this, but she says, if I was pretty enough, I would have liked to have been a stripper.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I would give her money.
Gravitational pull alone, it's not really a wise choice.
That's the name of the club she would dance at. It's a jack-off club for fat girls.
I mean, there are.
Yeah.
I venture to guess there are worse looking strippers than her. in the
I would
world.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, one of the nicest things I've ever done for a person, I was at Show and Tell one night. This was probably 2009-ish. And there was a lady there who I think everybody would have been in agreement that she was a pog. She was dancing there. But you could tell she was so self-conscious about herself that she wasn't nude. She had on a men's dress shirt over the rest of her stuff.
Where that club, they were specifically allowed to be.
You
fully
can have
naked.
pussy out. Yeah, you can take your pussy stuff off. By pussy stuff, I mean panties.
Yes, yes. I went to Victoria's Secret to buy my wife some pussy stuff. Was it perchance Bubbles, my famous 18-year-old break into the strip club world?
Sorry, what?
But was the stripper's name Bubbles? Was she blonde,
I don't think so.
big ass, giant tits?
No, I don't remember her name.
Okay. When she tied me up with my own belt and made me lick whipped cream off her front and back, and I asked her, "Why is your name Bubbles?" And she said, "Because I like to blow." That wasn't her.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Well, I wish it had been.
Why is your name Bubbles? Oh, I have a tendency to have seizures. There's just all kinds of fuzz that's coming out of my mouth.
And Foamy was already taken.
Look over there's just a girl barking at the guys. On all fours. With a fucking chain around her neck.
There's no spoon. Somebody put your dick in her mouth. Oh, this poor lady, man. I'll tell you what, man. One of my, I think my wildest fantasy is having a seizure as a stripper. I think that would be a lot of fun, man. Imagine the tips like you would wake up to.
Bro, I bet you would get robbed by the other strippers while you were seizing.
You would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, clean up all the money around her so the EMTs
Yeah.
don't
Take it.
something insurance wise, but we have to move forward. I can't spend the entire episode thinking of what I was trying to say.
But it wasn't Bubbles. Certified Pog. And this poor lady, she seemed to be doing okay business, but I paid her for a lap dance, and that's the extent of it, man. That was just a nice thing I did, Jake.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You purposely paid for the ugly stripper to give you a lap dance because you felt bad for her?
I'd say she was ugly. I said she was pogged up. And at the time, being pogged up wasn't in.
You thought she was self-conscious, so you wanted to give her a confidence boost.
100%, yeah.
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 That is tax write-offable, actually. That is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Jake, she says that if she was pretty enough, she would like to be a stripper. And then when she says that, he said, "Oh, honey, you're pretty enough." He's like, "You're a smoking fucking cougar."
Nice.
Good for him.
Yeah, isn't that nice? We just talked about soft gay porn being a nice gathering of words.
Mm-hmm.
Smoking fucking cougar, I think, might be the female equivalent of soft gay porn.
I do believe we were saying soft gay porn as our vocal warm-up before we started recording, so...
We just go down the line, soft gay porn, soft gay porn, soft gay porn, soft gay porn.
I am right here.
I want to be soft.
Well, switch places with me tonight around 2 a.m. But, Jake.
Yes, Mike.
Not so much a Freaky Friday, but a Wacky Wednesday.
So about, let's see, about a year and a half later, we get to August 29th, 2022. This is the day where lives are changed forever. The day prior, Vicki White hands in her resignation effective the next day.
Whoa, no notice.
No, just one fucking day. She's like, "I can't do this anymore. I'm out." Everybody's taken aback by this. They're like, "All right, well, I guess you put in your time and, we have to honor it." So the next day they have a presentation for her. They have a cake. Everybody's got a piece of cake. Coworker saying that she seems distant during this going away party. Later in the day, she's scheduled to take Casey White to a mental health evaluation about 15 minutes away.
How would they go about transporting an individual prisoner? Do you know? Would it just be in the back of a police car?
Yeah, it's just a jail police car.
Okay.
And it's nuts considering the magnitude of what this guy was in jail for that they let a lady take him.
Yeah, did she have to go around certain things to make that
It doesn't
just
seem
her
that
job?
way.
Okay.
No. Now, she could have called people off and say, "I got this," but I don't think that's the case. I think she's just like, "I got it." Everybody knows she's capable, and if she's got any issues, they got walkie-talkies, Jake.
Yeah.
They got to go for at least 5 miles.
One thing that's odd about this is on the video footage, they show her walking out ahead of him, whereas standard protocol is letting the inmate go first and opening the door themselves. He doesn't do that. She walks out first, and then they get in the car, and then time goes by, and they said it could take up to a couple hours for a mental health evaluation, even though it's so close.
Yeah.
But after about 4 hours, I think the time frame was, they start to get suspicious. And after a while, nobody has any idea what the fuck's going on. Naturally, they assume that the guy did something to her because she's been an exemplary employee for so long.
Yeah.
However, they go looking and they find the police car in the parking lot of a department store. And they look at the security footage. They're like, all right, something's up because there's changes of clothes inside the car. They look at the security footage and they see her walking out before him. So at that point, they're like, oh, she might be a part of this because this is not how we do things.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
They go to search her house. They find out that I think a couple weeks prior, she sells her house, which is appraised at $265,000. I'm sorry, $235,000. She sells it for $93,000.
Jesus Christ, just to get the cash.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So she liquidates her bank account, and she's got $93,000 cash on her.
Wait, Mike, I have one question, just important detail.
Yes.
Did the coworkers already start eating the cake, or were they waiting for her to get back?
Oh, that would have been a nightmare.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about this the whole time. They're just like, where? Come on, man.
Yeah, imagine.
Why'd you fucking cut it if she wasn't here?
It's ice cream cake. We should put it back in the freezer.
Imagine showing up to question her mother, and you got icing on the side of your face. Were y'all eating my daughter's cake?
So she sells her house, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, for $93,000, man.
It's a
She could have
loss.
got almost 3 times that. So they're on the run, and they start to piece together all the planning that went into this breakout, this jailbreak, Jake. And every time she goes to the grocery store in the months leading up to it, she buys one piece of camping equipment. That's a lady after your own heart, John.
Indeed.
Wow.
And this
Shawshank.
is through her credit card statement or through security footage that they found?
I don't know. I would imagine a credit card
Yeah.
statement because
That'd be
a nightmare.
fucking difficult to
Yeah.
find it the other way. Okay.
Yeah.
And on
She's
top-
going to Walmart,
Yeah.
right?
On top of that, too, she bought a home tanning bed.
Oh man, she's getting ready.
I know.
She got tassels.
Yeah, oh my God.
How much is a fucking home tanning bed?
Def Leppard's
know.
greatest hits.
A couple $100.
No.
If you get one of those ones where
What,
I
do you
don't know.
just stand in it?
I don't know if it's the coffin-like one or the kind you stand in and just get sprayed down inside of it.
Okay. So, yeah, she might be a spray down lady.
Yeah, because I know she did stay with her parents, and I can imagine like her asking her mom to spray her down.
At what point did she stay with her parents?
Well, the parents, their house was within walking distance of hers.
Okay.
But the mother said that she had been staying with them.
While she was selling the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right. This some of this is starting to ring a bell, but I still do not remember how the ending happens.
Very sad. But on top of that, too, she had her service pistol. On top of that, she also bought a shotgun and an AR-15 to take along with them on the trip.
Okay.
They escape. Once they ditch the police cruiser, they take off in a Ford Edge. And
I think more of a Ford Fiesta for the kind of occasion they're on.
and
You're gonna put a 6'9" man in a fucking Fiesta, Jake.
Yeah, sorry.
What is this? An episode of The
All
Simpsons?
right, I'll Ford Focus. Hang on.
oh, that's another thing. They also found out that she was using the jail database to find out if there were any inmates that were 6'6" or taller that left behind ID that he could use.
Wow.
Which is nuts considering, all right, say you got a fucking 6'9" black dude. You know, how is fat-titted Jon Hamm going to pull that off?
The at-home tanning booth, Mike.
Oh,
what do you think?
God. You're just holding an ID in the tanning booth. It's your hand and into your fucking fake ID that's blacked
More
out.
bronzer.
So they take off in a Ford Edge, and they come across a guy that's just selling cars on his property. And they end up buying a pickup truck. And somehow they also have a Cadillac. I don't know if they buy the Cadillac along with the pickup because I think it's just the pickup that they buy from this guy.
Okay.
Eventually, the Cadillac. So they find like footage of major highways along this route where they end up catching them, and they determine that he's driving the pickup and she's driving the Cadillac.
Why in the world are they driving separate?
I guess because they know that they're going to be looking for the two of them together.
Yeah,
and there's a
okay.
better
it's a
chance.
smart move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so too, Jake. And
Well, I guess I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, imagine how much more they're going to spend on gas. Too.
oh my God. I do get the impression like he at least cares about her a bit.
Yeah.
I think it could have also been just like, hey,
Purely get out of jail.
yeah, if I get caught, I want you to be able to take off.
Yeah, if he didn't, he would have like just U-turned it the other way as soon as he got his own car.
Yeah. Oh my God, imagine how frustrating that. If I was on the run with my wife, I'd be getting phone calls every 5 minutes. Do I turn here? Is this the exit where we get off? It's just like, oh my God, just get off at the fucking exit that I told you to get off. It's exit 31. Did you say exit 31? I did. Is this the one that I get off at? Yes. The number that I just fucking told you. Steer the car onto that ramp. You don't have to yell at me like I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not retarded. I didn't say you're retarded. I just want you to get off at exit 31. We are on the run.
Oh, I just missed the exit.
You were yelling at me. All right, then get off at exit 32. Is that the next one? Oh my fucking God. Take me back to jail now. Which way's the jail? So yeah, they eventually end up in Evansville, Indiana at a car wash. And when they're at the car wash, the owner of the car wash recognizes them for being on the run.
Okay.
So this is
Just within 11 hours?
11 days.
11 days, okay.
Now, it's not that much of a distance that they covered. I think it was close to 700 miles in 11 days. So
you got
they're
to be
really,
out of the country by then. Dude.
I know. And I don't know if that was deliberate or what the reasoning was, but I don't know if it was deliberate because they're essentially driving in a straight line north.
Yeah, but like, You're still only in fucking Indiana 11 days later,
I
and
know.
you're supposed to
Yeah.
be. I imagine they're going to Canada.
Probably. But you also have to take this into account. There was a fuck fest going on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No longer constricted by the rules of the jail, which they weren't following in the first place. But no, now you can fuck loud and you can fuck
Yeah.
with love.
I know.
Fuck loud and fuck with. Wow, you should do weddings.
Oh, man. I was getting emotional, man. I had to take a pretend sip to stop crying.
So they're still in Indiana. 11 days later, they get recognized at a car wash. You said.
They do. And Sydney, again, if you're listening, I just want to apologize because Sydney was in the room next to mine, and I was really plowing my wife the last day of vacation, man. So if we disturbed your sleep at all, man, I apologize. But John's got me thinking about love and how much I love my wife. And honestly, I don't even want to do the podcast anymore, man. I want to go.
You guys seem to both share similar sleep schedules too, so there's a good chance he heard what was happening in there. Is that the first time you had a neighbor that you know at Skankfest?
Yeah.
Wall to wall?
Yeah, it was nice. No noise on his end.
Yeah, well, he was alone.
Yeah. That would be fun if he was in there screaming by himself. Hey, Stinkers, I just want to let you know about our sponsor, MyBookie. This football season, stop being a baby. Jake, that wasn't directed at you. Please,
Okay, thank you.
Please don't do that. And place some bets on the game already. With MyBookie, it couldn't be easier. With promos like weekly risk-free boost, even if you've never bet on anything in your life, you can definitely handle this. With risk-free boost, if your bet hits, you win big. If it doesn't, don't worry. MyBookie will give you a full refund. MyBookie rules, boys. And thanks to MyBookie, I got a little extra change in my pocket this week.
Ooh. You betting on a lot of stuff?
Not a lot of stuff, but a little bit just to give me a little extra scratch. Give me a little extra hoagie money.
Nice. You got that hoagie money.
Brother, if I keep winning like this with MyBookie, I'm going to have gout in no time.
Share the wealth.
Look, if you're not a huge football fan, you can still get in on the fun. MyBookie has tons of games you can play, like blackjack and European roulette. Ooh, Jake. What do you think that is?
They spin the wheel the other way.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. When you're ready to get started, just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use promo code STINKER to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. You heard that right. Double your money with code STINKER before you even place a bet. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season. Hey, Stinkers, I just want to talk to you for a second about our sponsor, Factor. Sure, instant ramen is a quick meal. Jake, I've always said that to you, man.
You have.
But is that really what you want to be eating? When you want to save time and eat well, you need Factor. Factor's no prep, no mess meals are dietitian approved and get sent right to your front door with over 25 meal options each week. Everything tastes amazing and takes just 2 minutes to prepare. Just throw a Factor meal in the microwave on the skillet and you're good to go. You guys have had the Factor smoothies that I had here the one day.
Delicious.
Oh, yeah.
I had to smack the friggin' bottles out of their hands because their tongues were inside the bottles. Like I could tell that they were sucking so much that they were absorbing plastic. Mm-hmm. That's how good Factor's smoothies are. And Jake, I've always told you that I would be 400 pounds if it weren't for Factor.
I am 400 pounds, and it was not because of Factor. I'll tell you that.
Well, I love Factor, and I'm thankful for it. And the meals are delicious. And on top of that, too, you just take them right out, pop them in the microwave. In 2 minutes, they're good to go. Can't say enough good things about Factor.
Just 2 minutes? Oh, my God.
That's all it takes, baby. I've said it to my wife all the time. You see how fulfilling that is? 2 minutes.
Greatness.
2 minutes, and look at you. You're stuffed.
I know. Yes. So head to factormeals.com/stinker50 and use code stinker50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code stinker50 at factormeals.com/stinker50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. The meals are fucking delicious. Treat yourself to some Factor meals. But Jake, they're found out at a car wash. The police are alerted. The police track them to a motel called 41 Motel, which initially I thought was a Dave Matthews Band themed hotel. It is not. It's because it's on Route 41.
Okay.
Makes a
Honest
little bit more
mistake.
sense.
It is.
Why the fuck are you getting your car washed? That just seems like one step that you don't have to take to risk getting
It is nuts,
getting
yeah.
caught.
And of all the places you can go, like that's probably one of the places with the a bulletin board prominent with like missing people, wanted people.
Yeah, true.
People hiring, people looking for bands.
Also, there's so many car washes where you just do it yourself, or you just
Yeah.
run your car through a fucking automated thing.
And guys, I apologize. I haven't been listening for the last minute. I've just been doing my own riffs on a Dave Matthews theme hotel. So, do you think if there was a Dave Matthews theme hotel, it would be cool to have a sign that says "Crash into me" with an arrow pointed at the rooms?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
What if it's the no vacancy?
It wouldn't be.
And of course,
I didn't get that far ahead of my riffs, man. Please chill the fuck out, Jake.
and all the
Road tripping Billies, yeah.
all the beds would have a giant table over them, so you could be under the table and dreaming. Of course,
Ooh.
I don't know that one.
it's the name of an album.
That's the album with all
Right.
All the big hits from the '90s.
Okay.
the no ants marching here. Okay.
Only cockroaches. Sorry about that.
Ooh, that was fun. But the police find them out, and they track them to this hotel. And as they're observing the room, they're trying to get their ducks in the row. They leave the hotel room. They get in the car, their Cadillac, and they start taking off. They don't make it very far. But as soon as they pull out of the lot, police are like, all right, we got to fucking follow them now. Police chase ensues. It's not very long. Maybe, all right, I'm thinking back to a map that I saw earlier. I would say less than 2 miles they make it before Casey drives straight into a fucking ditch, flips the car. And you hear all this too, because somehow he accidentally calls 911. And they're trying to talk to him, and like they know it's him, and like they're like, Casey, like, you know, can we work this out? And then you hear the woman, Vicky, yelling in the background. She's like, stop driving like this. You're going to activate the airbags. And then she's like, we should have never left that fucking hotel. It's like, babe, we are on the run for our lives right now.
Yeah.
So he
I
flips.
wonder, accidentally call 911?
Yeah, so they make a note of this in the Netflix documentary. They said OnStar didn't call it because the car was equipped with OnStar, but somehow he accidentally called 911 from his phone.
That's a little shady.
Do you think she called 911?
Maybe they called 911 when they saw the cops chasing them to get the cops.
Yeah.
You know.
To get cops to get that cops off
Yeah.
of them? Okay.
Something like that.
You can get reverse cops to take the cops off of you.
Hello, reverse cops?
You call 119 and they take care of the cops that are on you and they all sort it out later. That's one
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
people don't know. It's like I know a lot about heaven, but I also know a lot about reverse cops too.
Yeah.
So if you're ever in trouble and you feel justified in what you're doing, that the cops are erroneously busting your balls, call 119 and the reverse cops will come to handle the cops on your behalf, and you can get it all figured out.
That's nice. They're good
Yeah.
at sorting. Yeah.
They do, yes. The car crashes, Jake. And when you listen back to the 911 call, the call, you could still hear everything that's happening. You could hear the car crash, the airbags deploy.
The busting glass.
Yeah, man, it's busting glass and blowing ass.
Yeah.
You can hear a gunshot. You hear a single gunshot, Jake.
Oh, no.
Never a good sign.
A single gunshot.
A single gunshot.
There's 2 of them.
I know, man. What do you think happened?
He accidentally shot one of his tits. Did he shoot her?
It's up for debate. It was ruled a suicide.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was ruled a suicide in that she shot herself. However, one of the cops describing the nature of the wound says it was in a spot where it seems like she may have been haphazardly waving the gun. And the way that he described it, I pictured her maybe just like having a gun out and just like maybe like resting against her head, like I can't believe
Scratching behind her ear.
like I got a little thing back here. Can you get this?
Yeah,
But
like-
it seems like if you're going to shoot yourself, people usually shoot themselves in one of 2 places.
Yeah.
But this was in the back of the head, and
She does have a large,
she does.
so
Yeah,
you never know.
you're going to hit that thing one way or another.
Yeah.
And initially, people thought that he did it, but I don't know that he did, and I don't think that he did. And when they get him out of the car, he seems very concerned about her, and he's screaming, "That's a good motherfucking woman in that car."
Oh.
Where when they found her, she was still alive. That's a nice thing to hear as your head's falling apart. To hear somebody screaming on your behalf, that's a good motherfucking woman, Jake.
Yeah. I think Secret Service was yelling that at JFK. In the final moments.
Aram, that's a good motherfucking woman, Aram. That's what I would have said.
It's very sad.
That moment. It
Yeah,
is,
it's
yeah.
very sad.
Just a babe who wanted love and to get piped down, man.
She was right, though. We should have never left that fucking motel.
Yeah.
To go to the fucking car wash?
Man.
Why do you
Use your goddamn head.
Yeah, he's also a retard for this reason. When they had the Ford, what did they have? A Fiesta, did I say?
No, it was an Edge.
Ford Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Edge, they tried spray painting it, but it looked so bad and would have drawn enough attention that I think that's when they switched to the pickup and the Cadillac.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't just spray paint your car, man. That'll stick out.
Yeah, that's gonna...
That'll stick out like a baby with an oversized penis, Jake.
So she's in heaven right now.
She is.
Very tan.
She is.
Stripping for everyone.
But they both survived the car rolling.
Yeah, she died later that night.
She fucking...
Even after shooting herself, she was
Yeah.
still breathing when the cops got to her. And he was later, June of 2023, he was found guilty of all the charges related to the escape, and he was sentenced to life in prison.
Did they move him
No, they left. He's still on the side of the road.
to a higher security prison?
He's chained to a Confederate flag.
Which is in turn
Yes.
chained to a pit bull, chained to his tattoo.
He's at a place called Donaldson Correctional Facility in Bessemer, Alabama.
Now, let's get specific about this tattoo for a moment.
Yes.
Large man, large back. What percentage of the back is taken up by this tattoo?
Here you can see it. It's right on the nape of his neck.
Okay. Not very big. Not a full back piece.
It says Southern Pride.
Oh, that's like a... It's kind of like a lady's tattoo.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
is.
That's where a lady would put a... When you described it, I was like, wow, how intricate. Let me get a better look at that pit bull.
That's where you put the footprints tattoo.
I was like, that sounds like a... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It sounds like an expensive piece for a guy that seems like he might be a dirt poor
Yeah,
southern
it's a scam
retard.
stamp.
That's very clearly a jail tattoo for self-preservation right there.
Well, dude,
That is one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, man.
Jake, to your point, one of his cellmates said that they had a tattoo gun in the cell.
Yeah.
Think about how cool that would be. They talk about doing drugs in there, being up for days on drugs, listening to jams, giving each other tattoos. Like, my God, take us to jail.
Ultimate sleepover.
And if you don't know how to tattoo and you have a tattoo gun, now you have a tablet. Like, learn to make tattoos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, just to get better at something every day, just get a little better at it. You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine like you're designated as the tattoo guy, and they're like, you better be watching tattoo videos on that. It's like, I am. It's like, that better not be mukbangs on there again.
How's it look? It looks really good.
I'm learning. But he's in jail forever, and poor Vicky is past, departed, and she went to that big tanning booth in the sky, Jake.
I do recall this story from World News Tonight with David Muir, I believe, from when it happened.
Is it because she's a fucked up looking lady?
No, I feel like it was more the 911 call overhearing the single gunshot.
Yeah.
And that it was presumed that she had done it herself.
Yeah.
Man, so close to freedom. But
So-
honestly, what fucking route were they taking, dude? Even if you only drive at night,
Dude, and I'm telling
like,
you,
you're still going to get
Yeah.
past Indiana.
Yep.
bro, when you look at the map, they drove almost in a straight fucking line.
Yeah. We stayed in town for Fuckfest and
Shit, they were fucking close. If they were going to go through Michigan to get to Detroit and go over there, but how are you going to get out of the fucking country if you're all over the news, you know?
Yeah, that's one of the tough things about this, man.
I wonder if you get to a one of the Great Lakes at night and take a boat, what the likelihood of getting busted by border security is.
I don't know.
If you're just in the darkness, you know, I think there's a...
If your lights aren't on, like, you know, if you don't like the proper
Right,
lights
yeah.
and stuff, then I feel like that's more of a red flag.
And on top of this, too, he's 6'9", and I guess you don't have anything to lose when you're sentenced to 75 years in prison.
Yeah, it was worth a shot for him without a doubt. And, you know, I'll never say it's not worth taking a shot at love. I'll never say
I
that.
know, and I feel that way too, man. Imagine, Jake, look at that head and those bangs, man.
Like, given her unfortunate situation
Yes.
at the scene of the crime, or the accident, I should say,
Give her a kiss.
do you think the paramedics, instead of checking her pulse, dropped her hand down 3 times?
Yeah.
To see if she was...
Hulkamania, please tell me Hulkamania's running wild. Tell me Hulkamania's running wild in that Cadillac.
She's tough, man.
Yeah, I'll give it to her, man. Just seemed like a very nice lady, man. You know, sometimes you make a bad decision,
Yeah.
and it just really takes the wind out of your sails, man.
What are your thoughts on it, though, about if she shot herself versus him shooting her?
I mean, he's a bad guy with a clear history of violence toward women, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I imagine, I didn't see an autopsy photo. I'm assuming because they conclusively determined that it was a suicide, that it had to come on the right side of her body.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Because if it came from the left, then
Yeah.
he most definitely did it.
but 6'9", that's
Yeah,
a
you
fucking
can-
7-foot
You
wingspan
could do
almost.
a
You know,
Looney Tune shot.
you
Shoot.
can come in from the other window. You know, go out the back
Then
window,
you're-
come in the front window.
Yeah, but if you miss, you shoot yourself.
Was there a sunroof?
I'm just trying to put my arms around you, sweetie pie. Yeah,
That would
man.
be frustrating. You're on the run from the cops, and you're being yelled at the whole time.
Oh my God. You can't go on the run with a lady, man.
Well, she was logical.
Yeah.
She seemed more logical and less emotional than him.
Level-headed.
Yeah. And honestly, I just don't. He seemed to not just fully be manipulative.
Yeah.
Are you laughing at the level-headed joke? Yeah. Yeah, you're turning into the devil week by week, Jake.
I'm sorry.
I love it, man.
I think I just don't see the benefit in his mind to killing her in that moment. I think, if
Yeah.
anything,
Well,
her being alive would have helped him out.
Yeah, I do.
If
too.
just a little bit, you know what I mean?
yeah, like holding
But-
her as a hostage, possibly as like his way of an out, but or he
Or
could
just
have
as a
been frustrated.
character witness, even just being like, you know, he never threatened anybody, you know what I mean? Just whatever. But
But he,
her in that moment
Jake,
is,
never-
you know, that's going to be panic and like, my life is ruined. I'm
yeah,
never,
definitely like that.
my life's never
Shawshank-
gonna,
Yeah.
The Shawshank, Warden scene.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that same exact scene.
devil's advocate here. You mentioned taking a hostage. Do you think that they should call overweight hostages sausages?
You do not want to see how the sausages gets made. Trust me, you just want to enjoy this sausage.
Yeah, he get put through the Jimmy Dean system.
Let him fry.
Oh my God! Keep frying them. Does anybody want more?
I could see him being frustrated though if he, in that moment, angry that the car just crashed. Now he knows he's going to be caught, just getting pissed and being like, you caused this. You know, trying to blame
Yeah,
someone.
she probably didn't have it in her service holster at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on the dash probably.
Just flying around the fucking car. Though, I mean, he was driving like a fucking asshole. You
Yeah.
know, like he did cause the car to crash. Right? He didn't hit like road spikes or anything, right?
No, he just drove straight into the ditch.
Yeah.
Now they were bumping him too,
Uh-huh.
but I think they kind of like got him to a point where he had no choice but to try to like drive through this fucking ditch.
He was going to try to escape through like non-road area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So R.I.P. Sweet lady.
Yeah,
Sweet Vicky. R.I.P.
so weird they're the same last name and they're not married.
Yeah, I know. It took me like fucking 15 minutes to realize that they were just coincidentally both named that.
The lady that I took out on a date for the first time, she had a name that rhymed with mine.
I hope it wasn't veiny.
Jake, man, I love the fatsos. Get off my backsos.
Did it rhyme syllable for syllable?
Yeah. Yep. 2 syllables. Rhymed with my name.
Just last name.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It wasn't
No, I
Dyke.
dated Karen Deichel.
No, Dyke Paney.
No, I did not date Dyke Paney. She was out of my league.
What about Bike Shmamy?
Jake,
Now we're getting too close.
Yeah, all right.
I don't want to dox this woman.
Where'd you take her on a date? Let's just get that.
Hula hands.
Yes. Now defunct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went there a few times. Not bad chain restaurant food. You know I love a chain
Yeah, it
restaurant.
was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
What was that like? What like kind of restaurant? Was that like an Applebee's or like
Seemed,
a
Bennigan's
Bennigan's?
type.
seemed
Yeah.
classier than
Okay.
them, though. Like,
Yeah.
just by the
Nice.
color scheme inside, it seemed like they wanted to be more on the...
Like green.
No, it was kind of... I feel like I remember being like bluish, purpley or something like that.
I think
But
it was green. Maybe I'm confusing it with Bennigan's.
I think they were trying to be more like a Cheesecake Factory level. You know what I mean? A step above.
Okay.
Your Fridays, your Chili's, your
Yeah.
Applebee's.
Nice, Mike. That's a good date spot.
Yeah, man. I spared. I really like this lady.
Where was this location?
Springfield, PA.
Okay.
No, where Target is now, where
The double level Target.
yeah, the 2-level Target in
Yeah.
Springfield, PA. It was by Lens Crafters.
Does the building still remain? And is it now a different chain restaurant?
I don't know. I haven't been in that corner. It might have been.
Is that where the famous Dave's barbecue was afterwards?
Yes, yeah.
Became a Dave's.
It's something else now, like a crab du jour or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's really a loose lease.
Dude, there's a around the corner, like if you were to go into like the back side of Target, they have this awesome. We used to get really high and go to.
We're talking.
We used to go to this Chinese buffet back
Oh,
there.
I remember that. That place was great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We would do that.
It might
after.
still be there.
I think that is. It used to be an Old Country buffet as well.
Oh yeah. Whoa! And then they changed it to just a
Far East Country buffet.
just a nameless. It was always just like a nameless Chinese buffet, right? Like they
Yeah,
never had. There's
yeah.
no chain that was all around the country. The donuts. Everybody wanted to go there after baseball practice in high school, and I wasn't a real Chinese food fan yet. I think it was just fried rice and donuts, man. Those fucking little
Oh, baby.
puffy fried fucking donuts were so good.
Wow, man. I know.
My friends would eat a little bit and then go smoke a cigarette and come back and eat more. Some real,
me back.
some real trashy people I used to.
Do you guys have a favorite buffet?
All of them.
Oh, come on, man. There's
Yeah,
got to be
I mean,
one.
Pizza Hut buffet was like the best back in the the salad buffet and
Yes.
like they had slices. I wasn't having the salad, obviously, but they had a bunch of stuff up there. Fogo's buffet is pretty nice too.
Incredible.
Yeah, are we counting Fogo, like even
Yes.
the meat as the buffet?
I would,
Then
yeah.
that's absolutely my favorite.
Yeah.
Wet and juicy?
Yeah, I would say Fogo, and then also up like closer to like the Clifton Heights side of Springfield in Stony Creek, where the Jim Steaks is. There's another. There used to be a Chinese buffet in
On the
there
corner,
too.
right.
Yeah, that place was awesome.
Yeah,
we used to
I
go
do
there
like
a
that
lot.
place, yeah.
Two Chinese buffets in Springfield. We had it all.
Look what they took from us. Would you have a Fogo would be
Yeah.
your favorite? I went to one in Vegas. Did you ever go to a Vegas buffet?
No, I really wanted to.
It's just a complete night
It's,
ruiner.
yeah,
Like,
I don't. The Vegas food situation is so strange because it seems like a pain in the ass to get anything. Like I found one.
Yeah.
Like nighttime, it's like you can get a slice of pizza or White Castle. All right, there's actually a lot you can pick from. So fuck me, man.
yeah, but it's not like super easy to like get. You know what I mean? Like if you're on Fremont, what are you going to eat? Like
Yeah,
sit down at a
yeah, so,
Denny's
all right.
or a fucking.
I'm back on my bullshit. I'm reclaiming my argument. Like for instance, like if you go into the Golden Nugget, everything shuts down pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a sushi place, there's a pizza place, there's the Claim Jumper, which is very good. They shut down at 2 a.m. on weekends. Like, keep that thing fucking running, man.
Yeah, it's gonna
People
go all
will
night.
go in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, they probably open at fucking 6 or 7 anyway.
Yeah.
So like, why close down for 4 hours? Like,
Yeah.
mop that one section and open up the other one. You
Yeah.
The
know?
McDonald's had it right. It closed for like a half hour.
We just
showed
to
up-
switch over
yeah.
to breakfast.
Near Fremont Street?
It was
Yeah.
in the Nugget. Oh no, it was in the D.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
We walked to the
yeah.
D for it.
I gotta look more into it the next time I go to Vegas because I do like Las Vegas. I think I gotta go on my own terms because Skankfest, everything's so busy. But I would like, I think, 3 or 4 days just to wander around the city because there is so much fun stuff there.
I like the Strip better, honestly.
I think I do too.
People
it's much less
say-
sad.
Yes, much less sad, and it just really gets you having that LED screen above you at all times, not being able to tell whether it's night or day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like looking on the strip at fucking how big the hotels are and like the crazy
like
shit
that.
they have. You know, like
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. I like
the
open
Statue of
space.
Liberty and
Yeah.
the Eiffel Tower. I'm all over the world right now. Bellagio.
That's one of
Really
them.
beautiful, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the fountain show is fucking fun. They just tore down the Mirage
I like that hotel. a lot.
volcano, but
Did they just take down the volcano or the hotel too?
the volcano is down. The hotel has not gotten knocked down yet, I believe.
Because I did like the Mirage Hotel.
Yeah, bummer. Seemed like a cool one. What are they building there? The new Hard Rock, I guess. It's gonna
I
be.
didn't know
I think
that.
it's gonna be shaped as a guitar, and then it's gonna have like 4 lights going up.
Wait,
Like,
didn't they
guitar
have
strings into the
they
sky.
Had a guitar, Hard Rock Casino there.
I think that's in. Yes, they did have one in Vegas. It has been closed for some time. I think it's
Okay.
now the grounds of another hotel.
and
But
now
I'm
it's
not
like,
sure.
now it's coming back.
Yeah,
It's
'Cause they also
the
took the Hard Rock, I think, out of
Houston Oilers.
yeah.
It's like one of those situations.
They took it out of Tahoe too. Like I think Hard Rock might have had a couple tough
They
years.
pulled back.
I gotta imagine the casino. Like, how are
Yeah.
you not making money off a casino?
I mean, between that and like the Planet Hollywood crew, like what happened to those guys?
they
kinda-
still have the casino
Planet Hollywood still
on the
has-
strip. Yeah,
Come on.
I swear to God. I don't even know if there's a Planet Hollywood restaurant in that casino. I swear to God, I don't know if there is.
Yeah. Wow.
That shit was so popping in the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking, who was it? Sly and
Sly
Arnold?
yeah, their little collab.
Yeah. Did they have one? Maybe I went to one in like Florida when we went to Disney World.
I think
or
they had
something.
one down in Orlando, and I
Yeah.
think they had one in New York in like Times Square.
Okay. And then the casino in Vegas. Hard Rock, though. There's still the one in Philly.
Yeah,
Hard Rock,
that has
yeah.
really stood the test
Yeah.
of time, man.
Yeah.
It's got the Les Paul out front just
Yeah.
spinning, right?
And it's a
Yeah.
hotel, right?
I don't know.
Or is it just a restaurant?
It's just a restaurant.
Okay.
We actually went there for the Eagles NFC Championship game when they beat to go to the
Oh, no
Super
way.
Bowl against the Chiefs. We were looking for a place to like pop in, and someone was like, "Oh, there's no wait. There, you can get in. We have tables. We're gonna have the game on." And we're like, "Fuck it, why not?"
Yeah.
because we were right there, right next to like City Hall. So like, if they won,
Yeah.
we were just gonna
Oh,
go
my
parading
God.
down
Yeah,
Broad
perfect.
Street, and it was like, it was
Good idea.
perfect.
That's awesome.
Dude, okay. And it never got super crowded.
No,
Oh, my God. You couldn't ask for a better situation.
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Dropped at least $100 on beers, right?
Maybe more.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to catch up to you, but you're having the time of your life. And I mean, you got to pay a little bit of a surcharge for having that access to the fucking parade afterwards. You know?
And I think when you have a game of that magnitude, it's nice. I would pay for space more than anything else. I would
Yeah.
pay extra for fucking booze and food just to have some fucking room.
like a VIP booth or something in
Yeah.
that situation. Yeah.
And to be able to go to the bathroom when you want to go to the bathroom.
yes.
Yeah, dude.
Love taking pisses and shit like that.
Oh, what I wanted to talk to you guys about, I went to the Zach Baggins Museum. in
Yeah,
Las
what is
Vegas.
that?
It's insane, man.
Is that the Museum of Death? Is that what that is?
No, it's different.
Okay.
But I just went just because I knew he's a ghost hunter, and I was like, oh, this will be something fun and different to do. I had no idea the amount of cool shit that was in this fucking place. The very first room you go into, it's very funny. It's the bed that Lamar Odom had a fucking stroke on.
What the
What is
fuck?
the theme of this place?
Well,
He's a what? A ghost hunter?
yes.
It's like more like a ghost like a picker, you know?
Yes. So, Jake, in addition to Lamar Odom having a stroke on this bed, it's also the bed where Dennis Hoff, the owner of the Bunny Ranch, died.
Why are these mattresses getting passed around?
Because the hookers claim that the bed's haunted.
Like it's a ghost collectible.
Yeah.
Was it in Lamar's home when he had a stroke on it?
No, he had a bunch of heart attacks too this night. He was at the Bunny Ranch. He paid something insane like $60,000 for a weekend, and he was clearly getting fucked up and just partying and doing fucking Viagra all weekend
Okay.
and having ladies come in and out.
So it's not the mattress.
He's got a haunted heart. Yeah. But Dennis Hoff died in the bed too, and it was just very neat to see all that. They had a bottle of Hennessy next to the bed as well, which may have been in poor taste. And not just because I don't like Hennessy, but from there,
Lamar's still alive, right?
he's still with us.
Okay.
Yeah, still doing pretty well.
And do you know the order of occurrences with the guy dying and then the...
I think he died first.
It was Lamar Odom first, then Dennis Hoff dying second. Now the connection seems to be,
And then they moved the bed to the fucking...
Yeah.
for the public to consume, yeah.
Now Lamar Odom claims that Dennis Hoff tried to kill him, so he thinks that he was dosed with something that gave him the strokes and heart attacks.
What?
It's insane.
I mean, the guy's probably had plenty of party weekends under his belt, so foul play could be afoot, I think.
But if you got a guy spending 60 G's at your business,
You want it
Yeah.
to happen
you want to
again.
keep him alive.
Yeah.
But dude, on top of that, I didn't know anything about this place before I went. But you go room to room. The tour is long as shit. It's like 2.5 hours,
Damn.
and it's guided. So it's like you have to just wait until they're done talking about each thing.
Yeah.
And it is long. They don't let you sit down. You can't drink anything.
Yeah.
You can't go. You can go to the bathroom if you want, but it's a pain in the ass for everybody to have to go to this one fucking thing.
People wearing diapers in there so they don't inconvenience
You
anybody.
just go into the next room and here's Ernest Borgnine's love seat. It's like, whoa. It's just dead celebrity furniture.
And that's what I thought it was going to be. But Jake, it quickly gets very cool. They have Jack Kevorkian's Volkswagen van that he used to put patients down in. Like you're standing next to the death van.
He had a mobile operating unit?
Yep.
Wow.
They had like his artwork on the wall. I definitely want to talk about him because I didn't know he was this fucked up. I thought he was just an innovative doctor.
Oh, Kevorkian's an artist of
Insane
creepy.
paintings, man.
Yeah, he got hundreds of people, right? Was he ever sentenced or he got,
Yeah, he eventually went to jail for it.
Yeah, euthanasia.
I don't know
That
if he
was
died
his-
in jail.
Yeah, but he's saying he's an artist as well.
Oh.
He had
Yeah, that was
paintings.
his first album, Euthanasia.
Euthanasia, yeah. On the side of the van it said Tokyo Drift Away.
Baby. There's another room that's dedicated to Charles Manson, Richard Ramirez, and a few other California-based killers. They have like Manson's hair, they have his clothes, they have his dentures.
Man, is this all like
Son.
prison guards who have collected it over the years kind of and sold it?
He seems to like reach out to family members
Okay.
and just pay them top dollar for this shit.
Who authenticates it? You bring one of the
I
Pawn
don't know,
Stars
man.
guys? That's cool.
Does this place have anything to do with David Copperfield? Or does he have a different
No,
museum?
I don't even know that he has one.
Is there like a magic museum or something?
There probably is. These creeps, you know how they do it.
Yeah,
They cannot
there's-
not be the center of attention.
John, there's nothing magic about this place.
It does feel very weird in there,
Yeah.
and I've heard different explanations as to why people feel weird in there. They say the place is haunted because it's got a weird history on top of being this fucking ghost hunter museum.
Yeah.
But you do feel odd in there, and I've heard that it's a smell that they pump in there. It could be like an inaudible frequency that they're subjecting you to. Because as soon as I got in the Lamar Odom room, I didn't say it to my wife because I didn't want to seem like a pussy, but I did feel like nauseous and kind of my balance was kind of weird.
Did you tell her afterwards? Did
Yeah.
she have anything to report?
Because she said when she was in the Dr. Kevorkian room that she felt sick to her stomach.
That's
Weird.
so fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, that sounds like the space is being like manipulated.
Yeah. Real creepy.
Yeah.
Were there windows in this place or
No. It's just you
As soon
have
as
no
you walk
idea.
in that door,
That's-
it's just a
you have
maze.
I
Yeah.
don't like that one bit.
Me neither.
It's very cool though. They have like
Yeah.
this. There's one section you got to walk through. It's all fucked up circus themed, and the room gets kind of like weird, and like you're passing by clowns that look like they could be real and come alive at any moment, but they didn't. I don't know if sometimes they do or not. Then you walk into a room. There's one guy painted up, and he shoves a drill into his skull.
Huh? Real
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, real guy and a real drill. It
How do
is.
you get that job?
You get, yeah,
How many
Zach
people
Bagans-
died applying for it?
Zach Baggins just sees you at a McDonald's passing time with a drill up your nose. It's like, buddy, you're not going to fucking believe this.
You want to make $7.50 an hour?
I'm gonna make you a star.
But then they take you to areas where, they had Ed Gein's cauldron that he let bodies bleed out into.
Ew.
And they had the room set up like
Christ.
Ed Gein's fucking garage.
No way.
It's really fucking cool shit that he's got there.
How
man.
big are we talking for this cauldron?
Pretty big, man. I would
Like
say.
a witch's cauldron, kind of?
Yeah.
Multiple people could fit in it?
No, I would say maybe the size of this table.
Okay.
Whoa, that's still fucking huge.
Probably the size of the lady that gives you head. Like,
Yeah, that's big cauldron. Not
Yeah.
the biggest cauldron,
yeah.
but it's big cauldron.
Bubble, toilet trouble.
But yeah, I had some leg trouble, which I think was attributable to staring this Peggy the doll in the eye.
Did Peggy have her own like room, or was there
She
a bunch
did.
of dolls?
She did. You walk into this small room, and you hear static, and you hear like words coming through this fucking radio, and there's a bunch of other creepy dolls around her. Some of them are animatronic and doing weird shit, and she's just in this space on her own. And the guide's asking the dog questions while you're in there.
Kind of like what happened at the Clown Motel, sort of.
Yeah, but much creepier.
Okay.
And then they have
I don't know. That one at the Clown Motel that I held and you kissed with your tongue was pretty creepy looking.
Yeah, that was a pretty creepy clown.
Yeah.
I wonder if she still thinks of me.
Guess we'll have to go back and ask.
But yeah, apparently if you make eye contact with this doll, she'll fuck you up physically, and my leg hurt for a few days after.
Whoa.
It was specifically going to be a physical affect.
Or just bad luck.
because
So
of travel, you ended up missing or getting.
I missed the flight. Yeah.
Or they'd canceled your
Yeah,
flight
they
and you had to
canceled- yeah,
spend an extra night in the desert, which
Yeah, I liked
probably
it.
ain't the worst.
No, I liked it.
Yeah.
I've never been to Phoenix. I liked it.
First time in Arizona?
No, I've been to Yuma, Arizona.
Okay. Ooh, I'd love
Yeah.
to go there.
Yeah, baby.
That's cool.
Yeah, the desert,
What are you
baby.
doing in Yuma?
Fulfilling my reserve requirements.
Okay.
Yes.
For the Moeen.
Yeah, the Moeen reserves, Jake. If you're the proud the Moeens, Jake. But yeah, that Zach Baggins fucking museum was fucking intense, man.
Is that on in the Fremont area?
No, it's not too far away. Maybe less than a mile, or maybe a little bit more than a mile.
Not on the strip though, still
No.
like where downtown-ish
Yeah,
is.
it's a couple blocks away from the Pawn Stars place, if you've
Okay.
ever been there.
Okay. Have you been there? I never
Yeah,
been.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. It's just a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Any relation to Bilbo?
No, and I almost said Bilbo when I was describing him. Accidentally, Jake.
Is that guy like a guy that tours the country on a TV show?
Yeah, he's always got like some kind of new ghost show. Oh, dude, this thing. There were so many cool things, but the one thing that I knew going in there that they had. Did you ever see that haunted black house in Gary, Indiana? They just made a movie about it with Glenn Close.
No.
No.
This house that was occupied by black people, which ghosts typically don't fuck with. It was haunting black people and causing the walls to bleed, Jake,
Okay.
and possessing people in the house. And they brought this little boy that lived there to the ER, and doctors, nurses, and police officers validated this. They said at one point he was taken off of the gurney and he walked backwards up the wall.
What?
It's insane. It's like the Gary, Indiana Hell House or something. And there's interviews with the Gary, Indiana police chief saying, he's like, look, I'm a public official, and I can tell you with 100% certainty that there is something fucked up going on in that house.
Fuck.
And so Zach Baggins, he took the stairwell, which people think is like, where all this evil shit emanates from. He took the stairwell and the dirt at the base of the stairwell and transported it to his museum. So that's one of the exhibits you get to see.
Whoa.
Pretty neat.
That's some fucking creepy shit. I hate getting creeped out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Especially by ghosts that fuck with black people. How intense of a ghost do you have to be to fuck with black people, man?
Yeah, just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave everyone alone.
No, leave black people. Fuck with white people, man. White people are fun, though.
Yeah.
I think ghosts should treat everyone equally.
I know, man. But long story short, I went to the Mob Museum, too. That was very cool.
Yeah?
A lot of cool shit in there. A lot of, like, old-timey Vegas stuff, too, which is very cool. Because Vegas, the history of Vegas
started
is
by
incredible.
them, basically, right? Yeah.
I like the idea of people getting dressed up to do shit.
I do as well. I used to be a big proponent of the belief that you You should dress like flying is a privilege and not a right.
I like that.
But I wear pants that turn into shorts, so
Are they dress pants?
Yes.
They turn into like the Clifford suit.
yeah. I have fucking stirrups for sock holder uppers. I'm holding a ring for my uncle's wedding.
I think suits are comfortable.
Yeah, a good suit can be comfortable. I currently do
Yeah.
not have a good suit that fits well.
Yeah,
So
same. Yeah, I've been putting off buying new pants because I'm too fat for my current pants, and I refuse to believe that I'm going to stay this size.
me too, bro.
Yeah.
Won't buy a 2X, but I am purposely buying XLs that are cut bigger than most other XLs.
But yeah, I agree with you, man. I like the idea. I do think that flying is something special, Jake, and not everybody should get to do it. There are
All
way
right.
too many people allowed to fly right now.
Oh, you
All right.
wouldn't believe the pre-check nightmare I had on Friday.
Tell me about it.
Terminal F, pre-check was longer than the regular TSA line.
Oh,
I had to like flag a guy down. I was going to miss my flight.
yeah.
It was almost about to board by the time I was still, 10 people away, more than that.
In Philly, did you say?
Yeah, at the fucking F terminal where it's usually nobody
Yeah.
flying. It's the one where you just walk out to a plane
Yep.
and you go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I had to like beg a guy to like let me through. And then for whatever reason, pre-check was not on my thing.
Ah, that's a nightmare, man.
So they still made me take my shoes off and whatever, and I had to go through the magnetometer. And then some fucking dickhead pulls his bag off the belt and knocks my shoes off the fucking thing and doesn't pick them back up.
What a jerk off.
Big time jerk off.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Then I had a long layover on the way home, but for the first time in a long time, I got to have 4 beers at the airport. So
Where did you go?
I flew into Cleveland and then drove to Erie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the drive wasn't bad. It was less than 2 hours each way, but airports on both end, a little bit of a pain in the ass. But 4 airport beers, fucking fun.
Well, how far is Erie?
From Cleveland or from,
From
here?
here.
6.5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah. I didn't want to drive that whole thing in one day and then
Yeah.
do a show and then drive back the next day. It
okay. How'd your show go?
was fun.
Yeah.
Very fun, yeah.
Whitney Cummings, nice.
Very nice, yeah. Cool. Got to hang out with her and her boyfriend. Just for a little bit. They were, there right before the sound check, and then they had to drive. They drove to New York afterwards,
Okay.
and they did not know how far it was until they
Oh,
were already
no.
there. And it was like, 6.5 hours to get there, too. So
Jesus, man.
That sucks.
big time, yeah. She had a show the next night in New York at the Beacon, so
Yeah.
I don't think she was driving the whole way, I hope she was sleeping.
Did her boyfriend bring a skateboard?
No, I brought 2 for both of us, though.
You think a 2-man skateboard exists?
So you're next to each other going the same direction, or so you're in front of each other?
Next to each other?
Damn, that's a great point.
Wide or
I didn't get
long?
that far, man. I'm still thinking about my Dave Matthews theme hotel.
Yeah, let's get back to
There's
that.
boards long enough that you could probably get three people on one. I got a Sector 9 at my mom's house. Stole it from Millersville College after I got kicked out of a bar for being too drunk.
Oh, brother.
Oh.
Yeah, and they have a lifetime ban policy. It's called Jack's Restaurant. It is a family restaurant that all the kids in Miller, it's like a rite of passage to get kicked out of for life. And they send a letter to your parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds nice.
As I was getting escorted out, I looked at the manager and said, "Nice suit. Where'd you get that? Men's Warehouse." And everybody cracked up. And I think that's when he went, lifetime ban.
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Letter to your parents, buddy. All right, boys. Anything you want to promote before we go?
San Francisco, Sacramento. We're coming soon, baby. October 22nd at the Punchline in San Francisco. It's a Tuesday night, and the next night, Wednesday, October 23rd, we will be in Sacramento Punchline.
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, dude.
First West Coast shows.
Uh-huh.
This is fucking awesome.
This is big, and Coop's coming with us. He's going to be documenting
Oh my
a lot of
God,
the stuff
yeah.
we're doing. Man, you got to come to these shows. Got to bring your bandanas. We're going to have bandanas.
We will.
I don't know, so many colors.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
So many sex moves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll be in Philadelphia on All Hallows Eve.
Do
That's
you guys
right.
want to do this? Do you think it would be fun to encourage people to dress up in costumes, and maybe we'll give something away as a prize?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Perfect.
All right. And After we record, I have a couple prize ideas in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
But one fun, one sexual. We'll get there after the show.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
but yeah, if you guys want to come dressed in a costume, we will be giving away a very special prize to our Little Stinkers Halloween show at Helium. You can go to Helium Philly's website and get tickets for that.
Mm-hmm. And the harder it is to scan with a body scanner, the more likely you are to get a good prize.
Yeah,
Let's give the security a hard time that night.
Yeah, let's do it.
dress in something that would be a problem at work. So just keep that in mind. Dress in something that's a problem for other people. Anything else you guys want to add?
That's it for me.
No, man.
All right, listen, guys. Thank you to all of you that have bought my new book, Delco Dirtball. If you haven't bought it yet, check it out. You'll love it. It's available with my other book, at least one of my other books, On Perks, at onperks.com. Audiobook versions available, ebooks, print copies. Just check them out. If you like anything I do, I promise you'll love this book. And they're the funniest books you'll read all year. I challenge any other comedy writer that writes books to have a book funnier than mine. And if you do, I'll set your fucking house on fire. I don't fucking care, man. I am intent on being the best comedy book writer out there.
He's talking to you, Jack Handy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll kill anybody, man. But I just want to thank you guys who bought the book. If you haven't yet, check it out on perks.com. Also, if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for being a patron. We sincerely appreciate you guys. And because of you, we're rocketing closer and closer to our goal of 3,500 patrons, at which point we will plan a Spahn Ranch picnic. That's right, a Spahn Ranch picnic where every patron will be invited to join us at Spahn Ranch, the former home of the Manson family, for a nice afternoon and a wonderful picnic. And we'll fucking dick around.
Yeah.
We'll throw Frisbees around. We'll share sandwiches. We'll share snacks. I'm sure one of you guys will bring a guitar.
Of course, yeah. We're going to give everyone family names, of course.
Yes.
You're coming out, yeah. You're going to get a family name.
Sphincter, Rainbow, Trout.
Keep the good ones in there.
All right, so if you want to claim ownership of those names right now, let us know in the chat. But yeah, 3,500 patrons.
How many fucking hot dogs did you eat, Sphincter?
Great, are you happy? Trout's crying because he didn't get one fucking hot dog, you piece of shit. All right, go in the penalty tunnel.
Rainbow's already in there. What's he doing?
This is starting to get to a fucking clusterfuck already. But join us on our fucking trip to Spahn Ranch once we hit 3,500 patrons. And if you're not a patron yet, help us get there, man. Join us there. We promise to give you enough bang for your buck. And go to patreon.com/Lil Stinkers, LILSTINKERS. It's either $40 for the year or $4 a month. You get early access to every episode. You get exclusive content in addition to those episodes every single week. We're doing multiple live streams just for patrons each month. Look into my eyes. Look into his beautiful blue eyes that are now crossed. Look into Jake's beautiful blue eyes. We all vow to you to continue making the stinkiest stinker content that we can manage, and we will never let you down. We will never leave you either. We're going to do this podcast until the day that we fucking die. Till all four of our fucking hearts give out. All at patreon.com/Little Stinkers.
All at the same exact time.
Yeah, oh man, wouldn't that be lovely if we were just back here, just a live stream just going on for 36 hours before my wife opened the door up to ask if I want anything from Wawa.
It's Fight Club ending. Pixies, Where's My Mind's playing. I'm just like, this is what I always wanted.
God, that'll be the day.
Hopefully it's after gobbler season commences. Happy gobbler season, everyone. I've had my first bowl and my first sandwich in the same night.
All right. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
There's so much fucked up shit to get into.
Little Stinkers.